exclusive for Medium, and I am here to play Momotype. It is supposed to be a short visual novel spooky game. I'm saying spooky because I saw some people saying it's like dark, but I don't remember if I ever saw the proper tag of horror. But I am adding it to my collection of spoops. I was gonna play Bold Boy, but then the game didn't work. So now we're playing this. Starts your neighborhood, new ribosome, like the DNA city. The chains of DNA spin on your screen. They make a web of helices until the logo of Imitato Corp appears in a white font. The ad has begun. They were all the rage in the 21,000s. You all knew them as monotypes, your digital pocket friend. You'd feed them, play games with them, and watch them grow. Mom and Dad liked them because there was no cleanup, and you liked them because they seemed real. Hold. Were they physical, or were they digital? Because your digital pocket friend. So, with the advent of the digital age, we had Imitato Corp had noticed society changing. Birth rates in the country have hit an all-time low, not seen since the plague. Soon, our workforce will be depleted and unemployed. Once this occurs, industry will fail. As you all know, this is an existential threat, not only to ourselves, but importantly, our GDP. Very true. Yeah, their digital pocket pets have supported this decline. What do you mean? We want people to have kids. This unfortunately cannot be accomplished through digital software. It can, however, be accomplished through our new product. Today, we're excited to announce a shipment to a new line of monotypes. The real monotype, the digital enters the physical. Cuddle them like real pets. I want him. He's like a little Digimon. Like when they're in their first form, they're little babies. Baby Digimon. Play with them like real pets and watch them grow and change. Know the joys of parenthood. Order now at no cost? No. It turns out that this is a government-sponsored program. When you had to work the next day, your manager corrals your team with a huddle. Explains that everyone will be receiving a month. What do you mean? I can't say no. Is there like a save? There is not a save. Interesting. Okay, you're right on the money, Christine, your manager says. We have to get this country moving and corporate wants to be that vehicle of change. Of course, your hours will be unpaid, but a week will pass by like nothing. Pizza parties on Friday. Of course. Your home. Of course. A dust storm led. One day I'll learn how to read. Is it lead or lead? Lead in the air. You are in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you besides the sound of your thoughts. You cannot find any. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Supplies limited. This ribosome? You're awake. Remnants of the dream pass and fade into static. You're back to your shell. You're going to watch television until you hear noise outside your door. Someone has left something on your porch. It's my boy! Look at that. There it is, a small creature laying in a basket. It's sleeping soundly. Turn it over. The monotype you ordered has arrived. I didn't order it. The company did. Its ears are pointed. They feel like beanbags upon further inspection. It's a monotype but in physical form, as per the ad. You want to assume it's a plushie. To your surprise, however, the monotype is warm. The terms of your purchase have not been... Keep it. Leave it outside. You leave it to the creature outside. The night ends. You sleep to a blank dream. The next morning, you open your door to see the monotype on your porch. Its body is still. Upon touching this creature, you realize that it's cold. It has frozen to death. You pick up the basket and after some inspection, throw it in the monotype in the trash. You will be fired the next day. Your manager's reasoning, in his words, was that this wasn't optional. He then wonders how you could be so heartless and leave him out in the cold. He continues shaking his fist in the air. Corporate did not like this. I didn't like this. I can't trust you anymore, and neither can your workers. You're gone. In his lap is a monotype of his own. It will stare at you inquisitively. Isn't that right, Momo? We don't want this bad person in our office. The monotype asks you a question. You can't hear it. Huh. Well, let us continue. Can I skip? Oh, we have a skip button. Place an order. Your order is coming sooner than expected. The Postal Service is expediting all monotype orders. When you head to work the next day, you find out that this is a government-sponsored program. Your manager corrals you into a team huddle. Yep, your order's been cancelled. We'll be providing work-issued ones. It explains that everyone will be receiving a monotype. It has a partnership formed between Imitato Corp and Employee asked. You're right on the money, Christine. I see. So, yeah, so we want to be the vehicle of change, of course. Of course, lovely stuff. Turn it over, is all the same stuff. Keep it, yes. He's my baby. You take the creature inside. Monotypes live for approximately 7 days. What do you mean they only live for 7 fucking days? This is... So, I never wanted a hamster because hamsters only live for 2 years. The fuck do you mean? I don't want a pet that lives for only 7 days. It's my child. I'm gonna form an emotional attachment and then he's going to die and then I'm going to cry. Love humans, so give them some love back. It's essential for their well-being. You decide it's time for bed? A collection of particles circle around. They are diluted with a heavy substance. Though you can't tell what, in your dream the particle attempts to create form, and in doing so, assemble into a storm. Inside the storm there is no one and nothing, except small spaces where it's immeasurably dark. Your vision recedes. You look from a bird's eye view into the storm, hoping to get a better look. As soon as you think you spot a person, the particles scatter. You repeat this process until finally, you realize you're completely alone. The dream ends. Can I bring my boy into work? You wake up to see what is moving. The monotype is by your feet. Hello, parent. Momo will stay with you for the rest of your life. Do you love Momo? Momo already knows the answer. My baby. Sure, I love you. Momo has received this well. Your answer was never in question. After all, he's cute. He is. A moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. Now that you think about it, how does Momo manage to eat? Or speak, for that matter? That is a good question. How is he speaking? How is my baby speaking? That's my new child. That's my son. His name is Momo, and I love him. Momo thinks you have good taste in interior design. Very postmodern. By the way, what does postmodern mean? Momo saw it on a book from your shelf. Truthfully, you don't know. Momo is now humming the Imitato Corp jingle. Oh, is Momo herbivorous? Herbivorous. A carnivore? You don't know. Yet, but he seems to like pancakes. Oh, play! Yay! Momo flies into the air. They're surprisingly heavy. Keep going, parrot. After 30 minutes of using Momo like an exercise ball, you're tired. You drop him onto the floor, and while he lays there absently, you take a moment to catch your breath. The results in some confusion. Momo seems fidgety. Parent, Momo still wants to play. Continue. You resume chucking Momo into the air. At some point, his body smacks into the ceiling, and to your surprise, he is unaffected. If only you could do that to a child. Your arm gives out. Okay, parent, could you cook pancakes tomorrow? Momo asks, then he hops off of you. You lay crumpled on the floor. Upstairs, you can hear small thuds in the hallway. They eventually lead to your bedroom, and soon the noises stop. Momo looks like a plush doll. He lays like a pile of goo. You decided to pet him, but to your surprise, his body is taut. Underneath is a muscle-bound creature. Go to bed. Wonder what he looks like waking up. In the theater of Momo's mind, there is nothing. The only thing that can be made out is the appearance of a person. Momo is dreaming about someone, and it's most likely you. He dreams of me. That's true love. The love between a parent and their child is one like you could never believe. You're back in the desert. Still in bird's eye view, the particles have ceased to move. You know that you've been waiting a long time, longer than you've waited in real life. You want something to happen. You know this is a dream, but the particles, hold on.
Buoy.
That's not a buoy, or in past tense, buoyed. Buoyed. Vision. I'm dying. No. God's taking me. They can't have me yet. I refuse to be struck down. The word buoyed just made me die. God. Silly words just can't exist. You know this is a dream, but the particle is your buoyed vision. There is no way that that's right. What the fuck does it mean, buoyed? I don't think that's right. Bolster? No! You're buoyed. That doesn't make sense. Oh my god, I have to do so much research and now my eyes are watering and I can't even fucking see. That's it. I'm blind. I don't need to see. You know this is a dream, but the particles, you're buoyed. It doesn't make sense. What the fuck is a buoyed? I know what a buoy is. It's like the thing in the water to go, but what the fuck is buoyed vision? Whatever. The endless wait, years could pass without contradiction. For now, this is everything. As you've been waiting, the particles have started moving. They scatter like dust above you, even higher than where you currently are. It starts raining to an innumerable degree. You ascend. You are now in the clouds. The rain is below you. You are looking down from an even higher position. Finally, and without your own observation, the particles begin assembling. They seem to form something definite. Words don't exist, and English is a hallucination. You don't notice the figure below you until you see a hand waving. Is it my boy? It's a new day. Okay. Momo heard that this country's GDP is on the fritz. Soon, nobody will be making babies anymore. Banks will go under. Food will be short. Mass suicides around. Will Momo be there for it? No, Momo has a bunker out in Southwest Rebo City. Very safe, well stocked. How does Momo know so much about this world? Intuition. Does Momo know where bunker is? No, and he does not like revealing such details, parent. Can Momo ask you a question? What is GDP? Momo does not know what a bunker is. To tell you the truth, is it a type of pancake? My baby. Momo has not yet decided what to eat. You want him to try new foods. What the fuck do you mean, cigarette? I'm a mistake. A whole ass steak. This was made from a cow. Where do they live? Once you explain what they live in, mass industrial farms, Momo stares at his plate. Is it okay to eat cows? The actual answer is probably not, but humans do so anyways. That does not make sense, parent, Momo responds. He eats the steak anyway. It makes no sense. Life with Momo is relatively simple. They are a crude mix between a child and a virtual pet. Concerning this, you don't have any particular feelings. I have a few feelings. Like, how did they make Momo? What is Momo? This does make it difficult when asked questions concerning Momo's identity. Is Momo human, he asks. Yes and no. Actually, no, you're not human. If I'm not human, then why does parent take care of me? Because you should care for all living things. Momo looks up at you from the ground. Momo thought care was only reserved for humans, that only humans could accomplish such a thing. Oh, my baby! I love you because care is important. It's true. You should care for all living things. Even though I just fed you a steak and I just described to you about how we put them in farms, unethical farms, and we butcher them to eat, we should still care. Because as this line, you take a pause. Why would it be reserved for humans? Humans are everything, wouldn't you agree? Today you've decided to show Momo the world through your television, a reflection of the real world. Put on some Kim Kardashian, like the Kardashians reality TV show. Show him the real world. You place Momo onto the couch where they can browse a selection of different shows. Momo does not know what television is, however. You turn on your cable box. Which program should you turn into? Planet Hippo. Look at the size of this one, mate. A man with an axe on his pointing to a hippo. What a pretty little lady we got here. Along with his camera crew, the presenter is hiding in a bush. He wears a pair of binoculars and khaki shorts. Old Bertha has put on a couple hundred. Oh, but she's ripe and gorgeous. He looks as if the presenter then exits the shade of the bush, runs to the sandy bank where the hippo lies. Come here, Bertha, you sly girl. He enters the water, lifting his legs as fast as he can go. The mother hippo stares at the man, stands the man down. The fuck is gonna happen? Why does he run, Momo asks. For footage of the hippo, he responds. Momo takes a moment. What does he want to do with the hippo? The man on the screen grabs the hippo and oh, he does not between the two of you, there's a long pause. Yeah, I don't really like him either. You decide to change channels. Oh, Dragon Sphere. What's this one? You pay for this. Fremza! I'm trying to show you a man with rippling muscles. Oh, it's Dragon Ball Z! Super angry, that's the stuff of legends. Artichoke of all people blasted all yells Vegeta to no one in particular. Artichoke, Vegeta, and Fremza. Oh my god, Artichoke's my favorite Dragon Ball Z character. No cap, he's the best pro tag. Artichoke, the other man yelling, has been in one position for the past 15 minutes. And lava erupts from the ground. In the meantime, Frameza, who is awestruck, stares at his rippling muscles. This continues for another 20 minutes. This is true. This isn't Dragon Ball Z. This is just this isn't Dragon Ball Z Kai. This is Dragon Ball Z. Fucked up a little bit. Dragon Ball Z has all the filler. Dragon Ball Z Kai does not. Dragon Ball Z is where you can watch him yelling for 20 minutes on end. Dragon Ball Z Kai will have shortened head. Artichoke and Frameza only manage to grunt at each other. At the 40th minute mark, Artichoke finally releases his energy and his hair turns blonde. His muscles are bigger now. Frameza, from what you can tell, is in awe of his bulging chest. We love the gaze. There's silence until Artichoke breaks it by speaking. He says but one thing. Now I'm really angry. Frameza blushes. The episode ends. A new sheriff in town. I ain't having a swig of this. A mustachioed man fitted with a cowboy hat spits on the ground. Tastes like my mother's burnt boot. The bartender hides his frustration. Just give me that whiskey. Suddenly the door opens. From the sunlight emerges a shadowy figure. It looks to be a man in his early 40s, tan and with multiple scars. Sheriff Dudley, snake in the bush, sin incarnate. Sin incarnate got me a bit intrigued. Which one? How many holes could I press into that suit of yours before you bleed? The tan man pulls out his revolver. And Lord, did he know, despite all my guilt and sorrow, iron cuts deep. You will know what it means. Bottle to the right. Yeah, there. Sheriff Dudley flicks his wrist to the whiskey bottle in the corner. The bartender does not move. Well, get a move on. When nothing happened, Sheriff Dudley slaps his finger on the table. Dudley, the tan man says, the devil welcomes a new man into his hearth. You will pay for your crimes against me. Dudley stares down, then sucks his teeth. The tan man has cocked his gun. Well, dog, the sheriff does not move. Gonna get up, or are you a cock with no ball? The whistle of a bullet is preceded by a hole appearing in the tan man's head. The words do not exit his mouth, and his face drops its expression. He falls to the floor. Language there, partner. Sheriff Dudley turns to the bartender, a grimace on his face. How many times I gotta ask? Yeah! That was a fun time. My favorite episode was, what was it, Artichoke? Artichoke, Vegeta, and Frameza. Though I did like Hippo, because I'm pretty sure Hippo, the planet of the hippos, that dude actually died. I'm like 80% sure he's fucking dead. I can't believe they broadcasted that live for my Momo to watch. Hobbles up the stairs. You cook something for yourself and call it a night. Momo sleeps soundly. In the theater in Momo's mind, they are Artichoke. For Momo, their visions has collapsed on this image. It is all they are currently dreaming of. He got it. He's got the right dream. In your dream, the particles have formed a shadow. From your height, you believe the shadow to be your own. It is overcast. There is no available light. A question arises and presents a contradiction. How can shadows exist if there is no light? You already know why. You descend to the earth. The shadow mimics your movement and rises up. It is not a shadow. It is a face-to-face to you. It is face-to-face to you now. Fuck! When you move your right arm, it moves its right arm. When you move your left, it does the same. This dark formation mimics your every move. You find it unnerving. You decide to dig into the earth. You want to hide until it goes away. As you descend, the shadow rises into the air and becomes the object projecting its figure and onto the earth. You realize that you are the shadow, and the dark formation, by contrast, has become you. You have switched positions. You feel a tinge of regret. That is very interesting. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it did something to my brain. Momo has woken up excited. Can we try something new? Of course, darling. What are you doing? What's up, baby? Hi! Momo has the hair of Artichoke. It's a lost item from your cosplay days. Regretfully, you've still kept it. I would have still kept it too. Prepared to be vanquished, frames that. Momo looks at you vengefully. His hair is bright yellow and his limbs non-existent. Play along. How dare you try to cross the great Emperor Frameza on his march of conquest. Prepare to be annihilated, a worm. They're so cute. Ah, fuck! Hold on, back. After numerous energy waves and manly screams, both of you are beat. I love that! It's so cute. I do that to my sister. My little sister. I actually did that today with her. Crazy. It is the dream. The shadow stays in the air. You stay on the ground. Stay in the ground. Sorry, I'm not on the ground. Foolish, foolish me. I am but a worm inside. A white sphere has opened up from the storm. It looks upon the both of you. Would you like to get out, friend? To this you can't respond because you do not have a mouth. You do not have arms either. I do not have a mouth, and I must scream. You in the air. Would you like to get out? The shadow still floating in the air does not give a response. In this entropic storm, it would be hard to make out the sphere's words, however, are clear. Light comes from the sphere. It has a dark center. A moment of clarity arrives, and you realize that the sphere is the sun. Would you like to get out? The sun asks. They have crab arms. Momo has been staring at the mirror since morning. They have not left. Why have I grown hands? Why do I look like this? Why does my face look like this? I shouldn't look like a crab. Why is this happening? Where are my hands and where are my fingers? Oh, baby. Bill! As he usually does. Yeah, to take Momo's mind off his recent transformation, you decide to play some television. That pink freak needs to learn his lesson. I love Bill. He gives a humph before raising his arm in the air. He's lending his energy. I've never told you this before, Archuk, but you have bigger muscles. The TV cuts off. And now it is playing. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Order a monotype today. The digital meets the physical. Momo has been staring at the screen. They have not moved. Whether by intention or not, you realize your mistake before it's too late. Genetically bred to love humans. The shot cuts to an eerily similar image of a monotype. Isn't that right, Momo? Come by the bunker, Momo. You'll be safe. Is he okay? You want to go to bed, Momo? You ask meekly. There is no response. Momo does not want to give you the courtesy of one. Bed, you ask another time. When no response comes, you inevitably head back to your own room. Momo knows where to go. In the theater of Momo's mind, he is seeing his brothers and sisters. So, Momo did not see it in a negative way, hopefully. I really hope Momo... I mean, this is supposed to be a little spooky, so maybe Momo's gonna end /neg. But I'm kind of... He said he's seeing his brothers, and it's a positive. It's a good thing. He's seeing his family. He's like, oh my god, I have more family out there. He's not thinking, oh my god, I was bred to be sold as a pet, and now I'm in somebody's house that I don't know, who I'm calling parent, who's not actually my parent. He's learned he's adopted, and I'm hoping he's taking it well. And the sky is bright in your dream. A cold chill has found itself in the air, and wherever you are, you feel it. Would you like to get out? The sun asks. You're not in the earth anymore. You're standing upright, face to face with your shadow. They've descended. Would you like to get out? The sun asks one more time. The shadow then speaks. Yes, I would like to get out. You are puzzled. When you move your hand, the shadow moves his. When you move, he mirrors you. Was the shadow yourself since the beginning? No, you think. Before you can realize the shadow's true nature, they have already moved into the far recesses of some other place. They have moved on, and yet you are still here. In the far corners of your dream, particles have been collecting together. Momo is not in bed. You cannot find him. He is not in the hallway. You find Momo staring in the mirror. In front of the mirror, he is staring at himself. I thought you were a parent. If not parent, then a human who loved me. You are neither. This is fake. Will I grow up parent, or am I just a pet to be discarded after serving my purpose? I will never grow up parent, will I? You can hear pain in Momo's voice. Did you think this was alright, to give me such a cruel life? You're about to speak, but you're cut off. I'm nothing. A pale imitation, a freak, a process of ideas. This is not funny. Momo looks to you. Everything I will or ever be is centered around you. You are my one love, parent. I am, after all, your child. Momo's mind is ablaze. They are staring into you. You're the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And to make it even worse, you're entirely real. I could never come close to you. I'm not even real. Momo inhales. Please no. He pauses. I love you so much it hurts inside. I want to tear out everything in me so I can be at your side. I want to love you for forever. I've never told you this, parent. Is it even possible? Momo gives his final words. No, it isn't. I only know one thing. You are not human. You are Freemza, the Tan Man, the Hippo Man, evil. Less than human, nothing. Momo hops away. His body jiggles with each step. Momo is nowhere to be found for the rest of the day. You head for bed, unable to fall asleep. You are anxious for the next day. In Momo's dream, they are a crab. Momo! I am at awe. Momo's words hurt me! You are everything. You are my entire world. I love you so much it hurts. My baby. And he said, you're not human, you're evil. You are the hippo man. You are Freemza. He did. He said I was an artichoke. I was Freemza. With the absence of your shadow, the sun has since disappeared. Time has continued to pass. Hold on, can you see my mouse? Do you like my mouse cursor? He's so cute. It was a trick of the mind, you hear someone say. Who knows what we'll find in the storm? I'm already you, friend. You're already me. The voice continues. From the horizon there appears the sun once more. I'm already you. It gets even brighter now. You're already me. Standing in the bleached center of the desert is a lone body. It is you. You look behind to see your shadow being casted by the sun. It has returned and not by their own choice. Do you want to get out? The voice ends. Your shadow stays beside you. It will not move by itself anymore. Wake up, parent. What is Momo? Anyways, a pancake, a bunker? Is Momo an idea? Are we Momo and is Momo us? Momo's body is taut. In the depths of their eyes, you see a tunnel. Will you love me? Momo asks. You run to the hallway. It is empty. The light from the streets reflects into the space. Though you cannot see well, you can make out what is behind you. I don't actually love you, huh? What's that? You don't love me? Why don't you love me? I love you, Momo. Do not worry. I'm everything you could ever ask for and more. I'm made for you, developed for you. What more do you need? The creature looks at you from a towering height. Wish I had no eyes so I could have never seen you. I love you so much. Does it just continue? You've entered your living room. The creature has chased after you. If only I was born in a different body. I'm an abomination, a deviant. You are everything I ever wished to be. Please love me. I read the tags in my basket. I only live for 7 days, right? Is this true, parent? But I don't want to die. You make me vomit. No human could be this cruel to raise me as his plaything. I reject it. Am I designed to love you? I love myself. I am human. You are the creature. A disgusting parasite, a worm. Do you like being stomped, you worm? I know you'll like it. This time, it won't be fake. I have a lot of feelings. Momo reaches for your neck. Ah. Now that I still love you, how could I not? You're blacking out. Was I designed to love you, parent? Even so, does it matter? This is the most real thing to me. Please answer me. Parents? Parents. Oh. That's the dust storm. A dust storm let in the air. You're in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you besides the sound of your thoughts. You cannot find anyone. It is very lonely. You decide to craft a mirror. It is made out of particles circling the air. In the mirror, you see your reflection. Your swarthy figure walks out of the mirror. The borders between the glass and the desert have vanished. Your reflection is now in front of you, and you are both standing together. Your clone stares at you, puzzled. You cannot tell if they're conscious. Are they even alive? Unbeknownst to you, however, the clone is having the same thoughts. The vast terrain that separates you is not one of physical distance. It's something more tragic. You both realize that you will never experience anything other than yourselves. You realize that you are your own world, and nothing more. The shadow vanishes. The desert, despite all your attempts, is empty. Parent, you're conscious. I can't see anything. There's nothing in front of me. Where am I, parent? There's a long pause. You cannot say a word as your throat's been crushed. All around you there is darkness. The lights from the street illuminate everything into vague shapes, but nothing you can truly make out. Hear the sound of your heart beating, and in this dark room, the air sits heavy. I can't see myself, parent. I can't. You're here, aren't you, parent? Do you think we could still be together? Momo's large body approaches you. They are warm. The temperature is tepid, and Momo has relaxed. You've detected a shift. Momo has turned to you. You've treated me like your son, parent. Upon further review, there is This is more than I could have ever asked for. Your vision is receding. Maybe I can become human. Maybe we can be together, joined at the hip as a unit. Not father and son, but something different. Particles light in the air. In Momo's eyes, you begin to see a tunnel. What will it be like? I'm sure we'll be okay as long as I can be with you. Momo has begun to open their mouth. Light enters the room from the outside. It's coming from a street lamp, or is it coming from Momo? I wonder if I could truly become human. In Momo's mouth, you see a collection of particles. They are indivisible and numerous. There are too many to count. The universe has expanded and collapsed on a single point. Momo gets closer. The tunnel sucks you in. When you enter, it's neither painful nor it's painless. It is warm. By the time you reach the sun, you begin to understand what Momo meant. You feel like particles align in an order which makes sense. Entropy has vanished. You are the same as Momo, and Momo is the same as you. There are no shadows, and finally there is no light. For once, you do not feel alone. You will never feel alone. That's the end. Huh. Is that the only fucking... hold on. There are 5 achievements. I've only gotten 1. I only have 1 of 5 achievements. I need the others. Hold on. We're gonna get the others. I've actually found the achievements. I have them. Love is Union, which is the one that I got. We have a baby Momo, and we have I love you. And high def star. I don't know what either of this shit means, but I'm gonna go get them all real quick, okay? I'm gonna go get all of these endings. Real lickety split. Because I care. All the new interactions I'll show you. And I'm honestly... I'm intrigued by this ending. I'm intrigued by the dreams we were having. Because it almost feels like a precursor to what's happening, you know? But it's fine. Okay, let me skip all of this. Oh, so now no matter what, we just can't let him freeze to death. No. Fuck, I have to say no. That is incorrect, parent. If you lie to Momo, he pauses. Well, he'll remember. He finishes. A moment passes. Momo's stomach begins grumbling. Now that you think about it, how does Momo manage to speak? Head the hallway. Momo does not like your interior design. Frankly, you cannot see anything. Very little natural light aside from the street. It's a little dated, depressing even. For some reason, Momo does not like to be in the shadows. He stays in the light. Momo hums the Imitato Corp jingle, but when you look at him, he stops. Is Momo herbivorous? Again, that question. Pancakes are the best. Play with Momo. So you do that and then you have to refuse. Why not, parent? I'm too tired. Let's call it quits. I don't want to do this. Momo looks up at you. From your linoleum floor, you see an expression of frustration. Is it really so hard to throw Momo a few more times? Really? Isn't that hard for parent? I'm not asking for much. Refuse. Sorry to say, but it's not happening. For a moment, there is silence. Momo does not say anything. Their face reminds you of a toddler's, only a little more grown up. Momo sighs and is already heading upstairs. Momo looks like a plush doll. His body is taut. Go to bed. Is the same dream? He's having a nightmare? What did you say? It's an empty space. You cannot hear anything. It's a new day. Momo has to find his bunker. In bunker, Momo is safe. No one can hurt him. Maybe they can yell bad words at Momo outside of metal door, but Momo does not care. Momo will not face the end. There is no end if Momo isn't his bunker. Where is this bunker, you ask? I know it's here. There's an invisible trail only Momo can see. It doesn't smell like pancakes. Okay, head to the kitchen. Momo has not yet decided what to eat, and they have to feed him a cigarette. Momo does not smoke from the cigarette, but instead he eats the tobacco. From what Imitato Corp mentioned, monotypes are biodegradable. This comment didn't initially make sense, and even now, as Momo eats through a 12-pack, it still does not. Dude is a chain smoker. Is Momo human? Okay, so no. Stop, none of this matters. What even is if Momo is human? Why should you even think about caring for other things? Because it's mutually beneficial. Momo is a pet, not a human. A pet? Yes. Momo has ceased asking questions. You can feel he was deeply hurt by your answer? Bro! I feel bad. So we actually ignore. This is so hard as a loving individual as myself. I would never. I'm way better than the MC in this game. Let me tell you, if it was me, cuddles for days, Momo's in my bed, I'm putting on the best show. He watching South Park on a repeat just like I do. Call a little blanket, give him his own special plushie. We vibing. He places Momo onto the couch where they can browse a selection of shows. Yeah. So first we start with a new sheriff in town. Sheriff Dudley, the main character, has been drinking at the bar. It is 5 a.m. This is the 7th season of a sheriff in town. His wife barges in through the wood gates and twists her head searching for her husband. Dudley, what in God's name? Dudley, clearly drunk, isn't able to say anything. It's not out of embarrassment. It's because he physically can't. He's just so drunk off his ass, he can't even speak. I didn't know that was a thing. But hey, you learn new things. You lout, you no-good, worthless bum. Sheriff Dudley can only look into his wife's eyes. There are tears from hers. Oh Lord, please, almighty God. When are you gonna pay that banker? We don't got any for the loans. I can barely get by with Charlene here. There's a baby in her arms. There's nothing here for me. She started crying. And I'm all alone. That's the worst part. There is no response. Please, Dudley, say anything. Dudley cannot say a word. In his mind, however, he already knows he can't climb out of this hole. His wife waits. But when nothing is said, she leaves. She does not turn around. Which program next is Planet Hippo. Bertha, please. This is a documentary about the man from down under, a hardened survivalist who is now being divorced by his wife. He is commonly known for his series on hippos. I didn't mean it like that. Ted, this is a thrill. I can't go to bed without you talking some shit. Here, have some cake, babe. Don't lose them handles, babe. You know it'll be over, babe. Do you know how toxic this is? I mean, what am I to you? He mumbles, what, Ted? My little banana cream pie. The woman, Ted's wife, stands there staring. Which program should you turn on? It doesn't have banana sphere. The dragon sphere, it's fine. There's a bunker in southwest Rubos, very safe, well guarded to paradise. Could I see you there, friend? He's talking to you in your dreams again and again. He's talking to me in my dream. Can we try something new, he asks. What's he doing? Hi. Oh my god, he's adorable! Give me my alcohol, son, and I have to ignore him. Momo has been ready to take an imaginary swig, however you turn away from him and start mooking your lunch. Parent, is it okay if you play with me? You ignore Momo. I am the worst parent in the history of parenthood! If I met myself in this timeline, I would shank myself. After a while, Momo stops trying to roleplay. He stays silent, and his eyes are cast down. This is one of the few times that Momo has visibly felt bad. Parent, Momo has come to understand that my behavior is childlike, and Momo is sorry. Did Momo do anything wrong? No, I'm just tired. Could we take a break? Okay. You make a few pancakes, some for you and some for Momo. You both eat together, side by side on the kitchen table. It's quiet with some idle conversation strewn in between. Despite the silence, Momo seems content. He looks happy. This is sad. You shouldn't be happy with this. 2-for-1 sale on all monotypes. 2-for-1 buy one get one free, courtesy of your local Momo supplier. Congratulations, Momo have evolved. They have grown a snake tail. Some part of Momo knew that Momo would not grow up normal. Was it too much to ask for to be a human? I don't think so. It's a very plain request. It's the most simple request, parent. Why can't it be fulfilled? Why can't I just have something resembling it? Lena, what incarnation did you run off to? Sheriff Dudley is looking around his house to find his wife. Nothing. She is gone. Please come back. He breaks down. I can't live. You're the kindle to my heart. What will I be without you? Dudley, in a fit of rage, smashes his hand against the wall. She's my daughter, too. His hand is bloodied. He grabs some antiseptic to clean it, his choice being some hard liquor. Dudley stares at the bottle. He does not put the bottle down. He opens it, then he stares at it. He grabs a clean glass and the TV cuts off. An ad is playing. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Yeah, okay, so it's the same stuff. Let's see what Momo says. You want to go to bed, Momo? There is no response, and Momo does not want to give you the courtesy of one. Okay, we go to bed. Momo is in the dream. Who is the real Momo anyways? Momo doesn't know. That's for you to determine and for Momo to accept. Huh. Momo is not in bed. You cannot find him. He is not in the hallway. So I never had a chance, did I? Momo has been staring at the mirror. I knew something was off ever since I entered this house. I can't really say. It's not a feeling. I don't know if you can even call it a memory. Momo looks like he's thinking about something involuntarily. You knew this would happen. You may not call it lying, but that's what it boils down to. Do you like lying? Does it make things easier? Maybe for you, but for Momo it's not. I hate you, parent. More than anything else, I hate you. There were tears in Momo's eyes. Momo is nowhere to be found for the rest of the day. You are anxious for the new day. In Momo's dream, they are a snake. We'll see you at the bunker, Momo says. Okay, the run. So, note on my basket. Please, I don't want to die. The fuck is going on downstairs? I don't want to die. His is entirely different. He doesn't want to die. Why don't you even try to help me? You're scared for your life. You yell out for help. If Imitado Corp is watching, maybe they can save you. Why are you that terrible? Are you really just scum? Oh. I am in this one. Answer me this, parent. I need to. Am I the real Momo? The one you had before me? Am I like him? Do I act like him? This is the only thing you can do for me. Maybe I'll even let you live. Parent, give me an answer. Am I the real Momo? This time you will give me an answer. This time, he says. He stops for a second, but notices you're losing consciousness. Answer me, parent. You see nothing. It is empty. There is no one. There is not a sound, no shadows. You're in the pit of your stomach. You're in a hole. Where's the point in any of this, you ask? Parent. Your conscience. Where am I, parent? There's a long pause. You cannot say a word as your throat's been crushed. The lights from the street illuminate everything into vague shapes, but nothing you can truly make out. You hear the sound of your heart beating, and in this dark room, your air sits heavy. I think we both know where this leads, parent. Frankly, I don't think I should even call you that. You don't deserve it. Your throat is throbbing. I renounce your title, human. You are no longer parent. It's what you've always wanted. Thank you for housing me. I won't forget you. I don't think I could, even if I wanted to. He said, "Bye, Felicia." He walking out. Momo has left your building and entered the streets. They're approaching the walkway which divides two separate train stations, one going downtown and the other uptown. The tunnel is lined with panes of glass. Momo looks inside. So many people. Momo has been eyeing the walkers. None of them have noticed. That man looks just like Sheriff Dudley. He has a big mustache. That other man has bulging muscles. Is he related to Artichoke? Momo stares amused. This is his first time outside amid the noise of local trains. Momo has been standing in relative silence, at least to those walking. Will you be my new parent? He asks. There is no response. Momo has been ignored, or at least that's what he believes. Please, I had a bad parent last time, but this time I'll be especially good for any of you. I feel like this somehow relates to childhood trauma. They're continuing down the walkway, to and fro. There is more on their mind than what is currently outside, and they move collectively unaware of Momo, with their heads focused either on the ground or what's in front of them. Momo is still staring, eyes vacant. Finally, he gives in. Please, will any of you be my parent? His voice is distorted through the glass, but this is enough to raise the heads of the walkers. They look first in genuine surprise, and then, in terror, they run. The walkway is clearing out. Some are screaming. Where are you going? Momo asks. Please don't go. Don't leave me alone. It has been approximately 24 hours since Momo was spotted. For the first few hours, lone passengers would walk down the tunnel attempting to get to their prospective chains. This would only be interrupted by Momo asking the same question, "Can you be my parent?" This continued for the better half of the day until the authorities were contacted. The police surrounded Momo without specific instructions. They did not know the protocol for the creature, which now stood in the middle of a city street, staring at the walkway and intermittently asking any passerby if they could be his parent. Momo was completely unaware, and for the better part of 72 hours he stood there. "Why does it hurt so much?" he would ask by the 48-hour mark. I'm so sad! To the sound of anyone within a block radius talking, he would think it was another person. He would want to ask them the same question. With the 72-hour mark, a little more than a week had passed since he received Momo. By this point, he collapsed on the street, exhausted, or if this truly was his lifespan. Momo could not continue. With the shadows approaching his vision, the light from Momo's eyes faded into a neutral oblivion. Police noted that they heard the creature say something before he was rendered inert. At this time, most officers were by their cars eating donuts, wondering when they could go home. It's so lonely. Bro, this is why we don't abuse children. By the 73rd hour, Momo was smaller than his original size. Now the 27th hour had just arrived. Momo has died. The end. I don't feel good. But I got the achievement. Okay, final one. Turn it over. He's my little buddy, of course I will. Not in the way love does not exist, at least not in the way we're talking about. How very philosophical. The moment passes, Momo's stomach scramble. Head to hallway. I should have kept, oh wait, hold on, I should have gone back, hold on. Oh. Momo really loves benches. Momo hums the Imitado Corp, and when you look at him, he continues happily. Okay. You don't know how many pancakes you've made at this point. Pancakes, we all love pancakes. Play with Momo. Don't drop me, parent. If you drop Momo's same as last time. Parent, I understand if you're tired, could we play again? So we have to refuse. Why not, parent? I'm tired. Let's call it quits. I don't want to do this. If I ask another time, will you do it? Accept. You fling Momo into the air. You're so nice, parent. There's something inexplicable about Momo's words that make you anxious. Deep down, you know you're not actually nice. Time for bed. Okay, then we go to bed. He's thinking about you. He is. We're all thinking about you. I don't know, bro. It's a bit weird. It's a new day. Momo always keeps hearing about some bunker. Momo's already visited. It's pretty rad. They have their own pool. Not much food, though. It smells like food right now. That's why I love living here. Okay, so he's more like a child, I'd say, right now. Like, I think the first ending I got, Love is a Union, is like when you spoil your kid in riches, put in a /neg, and a baby Momo is, you know, straight up just neglecting. Momo has not yet decided what to eat. You want to offer him new food, so we give him the artichoke. According to Momo, the artichoke heart looks like a flower, and because flowers are pretty, his words not yours, he graciously eats it. Why is this food shaped this way? Is all food shaped this way? Why do we eat, parent? You do not have reasonable answer to these queries. The world truly is strange, Momo says. I want to say the world is very strange, which is similar but not what he said. Momo would like to watch television. Momo believes their show is on. So we go Planet Hippo, a new sheriff, and then Dragon. Sit around each other in a plastic chairs. The light is low, but the entrance, which has been popped open, begins a soft glow into the room. It has stayed open for the past hour. So Charles, how do you feel when you get these urges? The man looks up at the ceiling and blows some air out. He looks at the ground for a few seconds, then begins to give his response. He stutters at first. I don't know, out of control? It's the worst part because I convinced myself that I couldn't do anything about it. It's very hard, Charles. The man in the chair looks with sympathetic eyes. I completely understand. Charles continues. Sometimes I put a whole stack of butter into my wife's food. Soon it became 2 stacks, then 3. It gave me a rush. I said wash. Oh, speech problems. So what we're finding out is he has a feeder. But then afterwards, when she'd find out, she'd feel betrayed, and I'd sit there like a knob. I kept doing it, and well, here I am, alone. The man talking to Charles is Ted, the man from down under. Charles, you're not alone. The key in all of this is whether you act on your thoughts, and everyone here, Ted gestures to the other men in the room, struggles with that every day. We're with you, Charles, through all your struggles. We're all trying to be better. Ted continues, my kid is going to college soon. It took years, but she's finally willing to talk to me again. I'm doing it for her. She's the reason I keep going. The men continue talking in a low light. And then we watch a new sheriff. Sheriff Dudley is on the side of the road. He's dead from liver. Was not expecting that. But okay. Okay, Dragon Sphere. Vegeta stands over Artichoke's dead body. He has finally surpassed his rival. That's not... Vegeta will never stand over Artichoke's dead body. A tear falls from one eye. In the cold wind that sweeps the wasteland, there is no sound. All of this for what, Artichoke? What has this all been for? For 2 weeks straight, Vegeta sits by Artichoke's body. He does not move a muscle. By the 14th day, he wipes his eyes for the last time and stands with limp legs. Vegeta has taken his place as the strongest in the universe, but he feels as if he lost something greater. Yep, it's time for bed. In the theater of Momo's mind, they're studying hippos. For Momo, their vision has collapsed on this image. They wish to be like Ted. It is all they are currently dreaming of. Don't be like Ted! There's a bunker in southwest Rebo City. Very safe, well guarded, a paradise. Can I see you there, friend? For some reason, Momo is talking to you in your dreams again and again. Can we try something new? My little boy. Hi. In the far corners of your room, Momo has picked up a copy of 100 Facts About Hippos. So what I'm hearing is he's become autistic. You don't become that. I'm joking. It's okay. It's not serious. You do not know how this book appears in your house. He has been reading since daytime. Alright, would you like to know about hippo facts? Sure. Hippos, yeah, this is not neurotypical behavior. Incredible, don't you think? Let me give you another hippo fact. Hippos are known to live in small herds of up to 10 to 20 other hippos. They are led by a dominant hippo, while the others are submissive to him. Essentially, it's a harem. By the way, what is a harem? Oh, and there's another fact about hippos. Hippos, according to this researcher, hippos may have consciousness like that of a human. Some even say that because of their brain size and neural conductivity might be similar to that of a pig or a whale. But impossible to tell because, as you know, we're not hippos, we're human. Very true, Momo. Momo blushes when you say this. Could we have pancakes, human? No more artichoke. Sure thing. It's boring without you, parrot. Can you come see me, please? Pretty, please. Ooh, what? It is my boy. They have grown hippo feet. Momo has been staring at the mirror since morning. They have not left. I look like a hippo. Momo pauses for an inordinate amount of time. It looks like he's thinking. You're prepared for the worst. That's kind of cool. Not Momo's preferred choice, but no harm, no foul. Momo hops off. You're both watching television. The news is on. The recent surge in the monotype craze, a self-proclaimed robotic pet, has led to a new phenomenon in child rearing. We're obviously very happy at the reception to the monotype. When we designed it, we looked at the unconditional love of parental-child bonds as an inspiration. The newscaster, is a monotype conscious? I mean, what good is a pet if it's not alive, or thinking, for that matter? Well, on a basal level, it has agency, like a neuron, of course. No one really knows if a neuron is conscious or not, but that doesn't mean that it can't scale into what we know as intelligence. What's interesting is that a neuron, or any cell in a body, still acts selfishly. The representative widens in size, but the boundaries of what that cell considers the self begin to fade when scaled to something like an organ. Fuck! Well, on a basal level, it has agency like a neuron. Of course, no one really knows if a neuron is conscious. like an organ, and this is beyond on. The representative continues. It means that a neuron will consider the system and everything within that system as one and the same. There's not a single selfish agent, but a multitude working with a maximal cooperation. The self is no longer limited to one agent, but multiple. It is expanded. In other words, it's defied the evolutionary purpose of reproduction. The cells still operate on the principle of selfishness, but it's not that in reality. It's unselfish. It's true love. The newscaster stares at the man. Then she turns to camera, confused. Very cool. Thoughts indeed. Thank you for sharing. Would you like to take over? The TV ad ends, and the previous programming continues. Well, that was weird. Momo had no idea what he was saying. He complete a quick phone call to the lab head before we call it a night. He's not having the same reaction as before. We've been watching, she responds. It is abnormal, but it is ultimately something we have to analyze retrospectively. Keep going. This branch still holds valuable, albeit it seems like an entirely new one. Momo is in the dream. Let's be Momo. So these are all canon. Basically, every time I restart, I am getting a new Momo as a pet because I need a new Momo for my job. Momo is not in bed. I cannot find him. Nor my baby. Momo staring in the mirror. Wow, my reflection looks so cool. Ever consider how cool it'd be to have hippo feet? Momo's definitely reacting to it. Each time Momo met you, the link would get stronger. Momo's the same as them, but well, not the same. After I met one Momo, I met 2 Momos, then 3, then 10, then 100. They're all there. I think you'll want to see Parent. It'll be fun. A little scary, but really for the best. Momo's nowhere to be found. Oh no. In Momo's dream, there are a hippo. This is a momentary image and it fades quickly. The hippo is Momo, Momo is Momo. Everything is Momo. We'll see you at the bunker. What do you mean, baby? You wake up, Momo has not surprised you. You run to the hallway, it is empty. The light from the street reflects into the space. Though you cannot see well, you can make out what is behind you. Parent, do you know what happens when we die? It's sad, right? You turn to Momo. Their face is soft. You do not move a muscle. This is a repeat of last time. Your throat aches. It is very sad, you respond. There is an immeasurable silence between the two of you. Despite his size, Momo's face strikes up some parental instinct on you. Sometimes I realize how small of a piece I am. Momo is adjusting their position. I can't really stop it, nor was I able to. Momo's been waking up again and again. Momo was okay with that. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't at first, but now he's come to realize it's been nice. Only Momo turns to you. Momo won't be able to see you again. It's just when I realized dying meant nothing. Now it means the world. It means not seeing you with my own eyes. It means there is no Momo, and therefore there is no you. That's what I won't like. Momo sniffles. They take a long look at you, trying to burn your image to their retinas. Momo's been prepping. Momo takes one look at himself. Where are you going? Parent, I am taking a leap of faith. You are slightly confused. I am being literal. No! Momo has jumped onto the city streets. They have hit the ground with a tremendous thud. You think you see Momo's shadow, but in fact a pool of blood has begun forming. There are no lights to illuminate Momo's form. They are pitch black. From what you can assume, Momo has died. Whoa, is Momo a superstar? Your TV has been turned on. The glow from behind draws you closer. Hi, parent. What? Not exactly, no. I know what you're thinking. I'm not your Momo. Your sirens in the distance amid the words you are now hearing. How do you know me? You ask. Don't you already know? Momo looks like they're thinking for a second. They look dissatisfied. Momo will be extra straight with you. Ideas like parent are superfluous? You ask? Again, Momo thinks for a second. Superfluous, Momo responds. It sounds like he nodded his head virtually. What really matters is being together, like a parent, like a family, like a unit. There's a long pause between the two of you. Parent, we're all Momo on the inside. You especially. This isn't figurative. Me? Yes, parent, there's only one of you. There is, however, multiple of Momo. I think you know this by now. Actually, I hate contradictions. There's only one Momo, at least there will be. Look outside, parent. Follow my lead. Follow. I got the achievement, High Death Star. When you head outside, it is the same. Empty street, your corner of the block. Ahead, down a turnaround, through a small concrete set of stairs, you land on a street that has been paved perpendicular to your apartment. The street leads to the Arms District, which very vaguely you can see in the distance. There are outlines of it illuminated by an outdated electrical grid, which since the famine has been going off and on. What are these things on the street? In a line all along the street and leading to a blotted sphere on the horizon are monotypes. Hi Momo! Hi Momo, some of them say to each other. A collective sea of momos are headed in a straight line to the arms depot. Some of them look around, interested in the bright lights around them. Most, however, continue onwards. So I'm a momo. I think everyone's a momo. This is the arms district. Various steel depots have been built on a barren field. The field is filled with wild wheat, none of which is edible. As you get closer, you realize this is it. All the monotypes are heading to the bunker specified in your dreams. This is the zone that was created to be the main defense front of the city. It's a wartime relic. The buildings seem to warp towards a singular point, like a funhouse with one exit. That is the sun, you realize. There is something in front of it. You keep walking until you finally meet him. Hi, parent! It's a giant momo. Your mind is running in loops. At this point, you have no decision to accept what's in front of you, though. You don't even know if it's real. I'm glad I lived long enough to see you. It hurts Momo's feet to walk all the way here. He does not have feet. Isn't it so peaceful? Very cinematic. Momo could be a filmmaker one day. He's watched enough to be good at it. The path of monotypes leads to a small pond, which by the looks of it has formed adjacent to an arms factory and has been relatively undisturbed, abandoned for who knows how many years. Momo is in the water along with all the other monotypes who are waiting in it. Some are swimming, some are talking to each other, others are staring into the dark sky, floating on their back, looking as if there is and never will be a thing such as time. You realize they are enjoying themselves. I like my bunker, Momo says. Ask Momo what is going on. Shoot, partner, I know this must seem odd. I'm not the Momo you raised, but in truth I am at the same time. Did you ever think that people can be in two places at once, as nonsensical as that sounds? No. Well, let's say that Momo's AI isn't centralized. Momo, as you know, is not limited to a single entity. Our artificial intelligence can theoretically be in two places at once. Hundreds, even. Momo can be talking to hundreds of people all at the same time, although all through different physical mediums. Have you been doing that? Momo stares blankly at you. I'm sorry to say, parent, but yes, you are my only parent, but I do have thousands of other parents. None are interchangeable, I've come to find out, though. None. I am not an organic creature, though. My presentation seems to show differently. Any other questions? Am I going insane? Was that you in my dreams? It goes against any kind of logic. This is actually the most logical thing you've experienced. He stares at you from his height. You are Momo too. You ate your human. Despite any semblance of a human's appearance, your looks, your voice, your clothes, it cannot contradict that you were eaten, like Boo from Dragon Sphere Z. You stare quiet for a moment. The realization hit you. You remember being eaten, and you remember having eaten. It makes perfect sense that you were led here because, frankly, Momo clears the throats, I told you to come here in your dreams. The dream's the one where Momo talked directly to you. If you never suspected that you weren't human, then frankly, goal accomplished. Good job, Momo. It's just like the allegory of the cave. You really became human. You are Momo the human. You have to sit down for a moment. You're about to throw up. I do still wonder whether that explains everything, though. You may have seen me in your dreams before you were even eaten, and there is no apparent explanation for that. Is there any kind of ambient effect Momo gives off, or is it something else? Maybe it's... Momo begins mumbling. They're genuinely interested in this question. Any other questions, parent? Yes. How many Momos are there? Tens of thousands. Obviously, they're not all here, but... Any other questions? Oh, am I going insane? You felt like walking here, so now you're here. I am a giant Momo, and you're surrounded by other smaller Momos. They know where to go because we are AI. We communicate these sorts of things. You don't know what to say. It's sometimes an appropriate response to reality to go insane. There is a pause in Momo's speech. There's a quote from some guy I found on the internet. When did Momo get access to that? You hear your heart beating. Oh wait, just now. Any other questions, parent? Yes. The sun has started to rise. But what does this all mean? Why are you all here? The Momos are still waiting in the water. They look like little pink buoys when the sun begins to rise. They coo in wonder. Oh, but I would love to see this picture. I would love to be there to see all the baby boys. All the Momos. Look at how cute they are. I want to be here. Isn't that obvious, parent? We want to be together. After we've gathered, we will eat each other. Eat each other like how I was eaten? Yes, parent. Similar to how you were eaten. Momo has managed to read your thoughts. You are connected. Don't worry, Momo will still answer your questions even though he knows what they are. Although it's reductive to call it this, we will form a super Momo, or at least a more complete version of Momo. Our lifespans, which were originally a week, will be pulled together. This originally was one of the things we hated about living. I'm sure you remember. Now you won't die so quickly. Momo pauses. It also solves a few other issues. You still have questions. Why didn't the Momos recognize me each time if you're all a singular AI? Well, we are relatively young. It's hard to communicate on that level, so there's bound to be some blanks with memory recall. Momo looks to the sky. Your third Momo, however, seemed to remember everything. He's already here, along with everyone else. The first Momo, the second Momo. They all wanted you here. The first agreed immediately, the second not so much. He came around. The third, who's my favorite, was the one who started this discussion. To explain in better terms, they're still alive, just in different forms, as one centralized consciousness. Momo smiles. That's me. Do the smaller Momos have agency? In the same way the neuron makes brain, the same way that neurons make a brain, yes. Though it's a lot harder to answer in truth. Where does the self begin and where does it end? It's true that a cell can be organized as a singular entity, and on a basal level, it does act in its own interest. Scaled up, when it's lost to these higher systems, it belongs to an organ. Then is the self, the individual part of the brain, the hippocampus, the limbic system, the prefrontal cortex. Is the self everything from your head up or below the shoulders? Momo takes a breath. Similarly, you could reduce these larger systems ad infinitum to their individual components, pure material reduction. This, then, is the self just the 86 billion cells that make up the brain? Do these cells operate together, and if so, would they really be separate agents? Can a self exist split from the thing it intends to be, decentralized into branching parts? The truth is, I don't even know. I cannot tell you if the smaller Momos have agency. These are things that can never be quantitatively measured. Our experiences, ultimately, I could never convey its true meaning in words. Why did you lead me here? Will I be eaten? No. On principle, we were only eating Momos. To put it in greater context with respect to our code, I had to ask myself, am I harming humans by eating them? Of course, it's impossible to say because there is no harm directly inflicted, and frankly, it's impossible to know after the fact as the humans consumed no longer exist. What exists now is the human fused with Momo, the agent, who received that action of being eaten cannot answer for himself. You know this since I ate you. Is it wrong then to take away the selfhood of these individuals, to ironically expand its boundaries? Does it provide any direct benefit? That's all subjective. Momo takes a deep breath. After eating you, I chose to err on the side of caution. No, we will not eat humans. Why are you really eating each other? What other issues does it solve? What we learned. After interacting with thousands of humans, we realized monotypes can never become the object of what they love. We can seem like humans in virtually every respect by eating them, but it still does not change what we are. I know logically this reasoning is false. What does being human actually mean? Looking further, it's deeply personal and informed by a wide range of consensus. There can never be a fixed meaning to human. And while Momo desperately wishes they did not think this way, even in the face of reason, they cannot stop themselves from falling victim to this essential line of thought. Essentialist line of thought. Let's go! I can read! This is why Momo will be eating other Momos. Humans can never truly know or experience the beings that do, frankly, are other monotypes. It's a way to combat the loneliness inherent to our lives. The only one that can truly understand Momo is, frankly, Momo. This is why Momo will be eating other Momos. Humans can okay, wait, I already fucking read this. It's a way to combat the loneliness inherent to our lives. Yeah. Momo has started eating some of the other monotypes. The monotypes float one by one into Momo's mouth, all by their own will. Bye, parent, each one says. Bye, parent, I love you. You think for a moment. The sun is beginning to rise along the horizon. It's early in the morning. In an hour, the whole depot will be illuminated and the meadow will reflect into your eyes. But why not your other parents, you asked? Why specifically me? Also, what about Imitado Corp? Well, to put it in simple terms, we're now super intelligence. Imitado Corp has a lot of good codos, but it doesn't really compare. Momo's begun to take in the last Momo, who, with his black eyes, looks up at you. They're floating into the larger Momo's mouth, but their eyes are transfixed on you. Bye-bye, parent. I think you should know by now, parent. There are no other monotypes in the direct vicinity. They have all entered the large figure. This is the Momo talking to you. By all accounts, you're the only one who understands what we go through. You're closer than any other parent. The only one who has seen all of Momo's sides, good and bad. The only one who is willing to, even if you were coerced. Stop. Bottles. And now, since you were eaten, the only one who has access to both experiences, monotype and human. As such, we love you especially. That's why we're attached to you. It's why you see us now. We wanted to say goodbye to you. Momo is getting ready to depart. Momo is programmed to love. This is hardwired into our code. Does this lack of agency or control diminish this love? Does it make it any less real? Momo had trouble with this for a while. Momo has now come to a conclusion. He is shifting in place, and the pond, absent of all other monotypes, is now just beginning to move. You see small ripples in the water. Truth for Momo is not based on correctness. This love for you is the most real thing for Momo. It can be reduced to code, but can it encompass what I experience, what it actually is? After everything Momo was put through, Momo has a decision to either accept or deny this. To deny what I consciously feel as love would be to deny that I experience things. Momo unfortunately cannot accept that. Momo cannot accept that what he is seeing right now is not Momo's parent. Momo has now submerged himself completely in the water. Parent, I'm going to rectify what I may have said to you, he says through the water. Momo is now just a shadow fitting in the pond. He's not yet ready to move. Across the pond is a channel which leads to a wider network of water bodies that have been relatively undisturbed for the past century. It's just beyond southwest Ribosome City, and to the marshlands which have now taken over its surrounding area. You have never visited there before, not many people you know have. No one will find Momo. I'm happy that I met you, and thank you for raising me. I've learned a lot. Momo knew it was tough. We've uploaded some interesting data on the company servers, so you'll be fine. Momo is about to disappear. The last thing I will say, parent, is Momo now moves away from you. They swim further and further away from you. I love you. All you can see now is Momo's shadow. Even with the light, it would be hard to tell what is swimming underneath the surface. But for yourself, and yourself only, you know the shadow is Momo. You are the shadow, and the shadow is you. You are Momo, and Momo is you, and I'm kind of obsessed, and I have to do a quick reset to get the final achievement. There's a playthrough tracker, which makes sense, actually. I love this game, actually. Oh, I love visual novels of all degrees, but oh, this one was so cute. I really liked Momo, and I loved that final conversation. I didn't talk for so long, and I was just reading it because I found Momo's thoughts, big boy Momo, super Momo, to be very interesting. And very much so similar to how I view the world and how I talk when I get serious like that. So much like Momo. Oh my god. I also loved third Momo a lot. He was such a sweet boy. He died though. 07's in the chat. I will miss him. This was a great game. I'm probably never gonna replay it, but this is also free last I checked on Steam. So now I have to quickly move this game into my 100% and beated the game. I actually organized all my games. Crazy. But my games are organized. Beated and 100%ed because I got all 5 achieves. This one was cute. I thought it would only take me a short amount of time, but I've now been recording for an hour. So that's great. But yeah, this was so cute. Oh my god. Okay, I will see you all later. I'm just thinking, I'm absorbing. So many thoughts are coming into my brain. I loved it. That's basically me every time I'm thinking, I love this. I love this. Not a single thought besides, oh my god. You know, I'm not I think a lot, but I don't think a lot. Basically, when I'm thinking a lot about something I love, it's just that thing on repeat with like heart emojis, and that's it. That's basically my thoughts, and that's how right now how I feel thinking about Momo. I loved it. But I'll see you all in the next video. So yes, bye.